So I was looking for decks on untap.gg to see what I could do for my next video, and I saw that a slightly upgraded version of the Gruul Werewolves or On the Hunt beginner deck was doing very well, a 60% win rate in all ranked matches in fact. So I made a couple of minor changes to the deck, but the essence remains the same. Make a bunch of creatures, sprinkle in some light removal, and then just overwhelm our opponents and punish them if they can't do anything by flipping our werewolves into nighttime. So we've got 4 Ascendant Packleader just as a 1-drop. Outland Liberator can kill enchantments and artifacts which are rife in the meta right now. Packsong Pup is excellent for just getting bigger and getting out of control if our opponents can't deal with it. If they can deal with it, we'll usually be gaining life equal to the power, so we're still getting value either way. Kessig Naturalist makes bonus mana and is a lord in the nighttime. 4 Reckless Stormseeker squeezes through some extra damage when needed. Tovolar is a 4-of, gets us extra cards, can flip us to nighttime if we have enough wolves to do so, so we're not reliant on the daybound nightbound mechanic, and we can give creatures trample as well. Halana and Alena is a staple in any Gruul deck, can make things huge and give them haste as well, something people often forget. And Arlinn is a threat on either side, whether making wolves in the day or attacking for a lot in the nighttime. 23 lands, shouldn't have any trouble hitting our land drops. 8 dual lands as well as Sokenzan and a Boseiju for a bit of utility. That's the deck. Don't forget to leave a like on the video and subscribe for more MTG content. Let's get into the games. Opponent going first. Very unusual that we open up with 4 land. We are going to have to mulligan this. Much better 6-lander. We'll probably stick the Halana and Alena to the bottom because it's the most mana intensive of the cards that we've got. See what we can do. There's a mountain, very well timed. A deserted beach tapped on turn 1 usually means control. There's a Denic that we can't deal with. That's very unfortunate, but all the same, we just need to find ways of generating a board presence right now and get the daybound nightbound cycle going. This could be Esper Legends. There's a Rafine. Ooh, yes. This could be very bad very quickly if we're not careful. No blocks. We will just have to find a way of getting through this. We'll get the Reckless Stormseeker out. Going to attack with both here. Down to 21. Worst that can happen here is that then it gets in for 5, but we'll have a Tovolar next turn. Steel Seraph. Oh, this is not looking good. This is really not looking good. Going for lifelink, I think genuinely it might be better to give something. Well, I would have gone for Vigilance personally, but it is what it is. What do they have? Depopulate and another Rafine. Yeah, I don't think we're winning this. I don't see Depopulate in many Esper Legends decks. It's an unusual choice, but it just is what it is. Gonna get out Tovolar here. I could have Boseiju who endured the Steel Seraph. Decided not to go for it. No attacks. We'll end the turn. See what else we can do. Yeah, it should be giving everything flying at this point. And then something will connive for 3. They just discard 2 cards and we lose. Might need to use the Outland Liberator here. Anti-resurrected. Yeah, never mind. Alright, going first. White, the mana-heavy draw with Arlinn and Halana and Alena, both in our opening hand, but we ride. Because we have such a good first 2 turns, and there's plenty of chances that we'll draw something for turn 3 as well. Crystal Grotto. They won't be doing anything there. Okay. I'm going to attack for 2. I'm going to put the Kessig Naturalist out so that we have a turn 3 play. And we can also punish them. Korean Beastcaller, sure. We now have a turn 3 play in the form of Reckless Stormseeker, although it might be better to attack with the Kessig Naturalist and then play out an Arlinn the Pack's Hope. We've got a couple of options ahead of us. I think the best call is to attack with both of these. We'll make green. Force the Quirion Beastclaw to block. This is good for us. We don't want the Quirion Beastclaw to get too big for its britches. And then we will get our Arlinn. We'll make some wolves. Next turn, if we draw a land, it would be great if we could get out a Halana and Alena. Doesn't happen. I will attack for 3. I'm also going to +1 Arlinn. I'm going to end the turn, send it into nighttime, and we can flash in an Outland Liberator, which is a Frenzy Trap Breaker because it's nighttime, or a Storm Charge Slasher. There's a Cemetery Prowler, exile a card from the graveyard. Haven't seen Cemetery Prowler much, but now that it does make their creatures cheaper. Looks like they do end up playing the second, but I think they should have played Grixis first. But that's a win for us. That could have been a lot closer. I think my opponent probably scooped a bit too early there. Alright, going first, 2 Tail Swipes, both the Tail Swipes in the deck, and an Outland Liberator. I'm going to keep this. It's a bit of a risky keep. I acknowledge that. But if we can get something good on turn 3, we're good. And even if we don't find something good on turn 3, like Tail Swipe will do it. Okay, looks like we are up against Mono Blue. That typically turn 1 Island is Mono Blue, and we all know Mono Blue is a scourge on society. Well, we don't all know it, because I personally love Mono Blue. I do acknowledge that I am pretty alone in that regard, but it is what it is. We force them to use 1 spell a turn with the Daybound, Nightbound mechanic, which is really good for us, because it means they have to tap out to play things. I will just attack here, and I'll play out the Kessig Naturalist. I just want to use basics at this point, because I don't want to take damage from the Karplusan Forest. My turn. We will get out the Karplusan Forest, play out the Halana and Alena. We'll attack here. Make green. Tiger creature you control and tiger creature you don't control. We want these to fight each other. Before blockers. Don't forget to do it 4 blockers, because otherwise they can prevent the damage from happening. And now our opponent's in a bit of trouble. Let's see what we can do here. Sure. Do we just play out the Boseiju? Yeah, I think we do. Now, the good news is, as I mentioned, is that we can give things haste. So I'm going to play out the Ascendant Packleader as well whilst we're at it. We should give this haste. Going to attack, trigger, make green, tail swipe. We will use the Ascendant Packleader and the Hortijin. There we go. The power of the tail swipe. Alright, up against, it's been a long time since I've had to read Hiragana. Gentaro, I think that is what that says. It's been a while. We've got a nice little curve going, so we're going to keep this. Again, the tail swipe's super useful. We do need to play a green thing on turn 1, so we're going to use the Boseiju. It's mono red! Everyone loves mono red, right? I'm not going to accept that trade. I have better things to do with my time. I'm going to play out the Packsong Pup here. Bear in mind that we can play the Reckless Stormseeker on 3. Yeah, we don't mind them playing with fire. There's Arlinn. Now, I have a couple of options. I can Reckless Stormseeker here and swing in for 5. Alternatively, I can play out, because they're tapped out, I can play out the Outland Liberator and tail swipe with the Ascendant Packleader, get in for 3. I am going to do that. So I'm going to target the Ascendant Packleader and the Monastery Swift Spear because it gets +1/+1. The Ascendant Packleader doesn't die. Gut shot is not a thing. It hasn't been a thing for a long time, so we don't have to worry about any surprise damage. And with the Outland Liberator out now, they also can't play Mechanized Warfare. Feeling really good right now. I'm going to play out the Arlinn because it will bring in a bit of extra damage with the Ascendant Packleader. Gonna make Arlinn a 5/5. If they want to waste 4 mana worth of burn spells, they can do so. Gonna attack in for 8. Down to 7. Next turn, we can bring in Reckless Stormseeker. Alright, it will be daytime next turn. I am okay with that. Well, there goes Mono Red. Opponent going first. This isn't the best hand. Doesn't really do anything until turn 3, so I'm going to mulligan it. This is better, so we'll keep the 6. The Reckless Stormseeker is the... No, sorry, not the Reckless Stormseeker. The Rending Flame is the worst card here. It's a good card, don't get me wrong, but it's quite situational, so that's the one we're going to put at the bottom. Cool. I will just play with fire that. Phoenix Chick, no problem. Yeah, we'll Boseiju here. Get out of the Packsong Pup. Force them to deal with this now. Cool. We have the Reckless Stormseeker to deal with that Chandra next turn. Phoenix Chick can't block. Don't think my opponent knows that. Okay. I know you can do better. Reckless Impulse off the top. What can you get? There's a play with fire. That can deal with the Packsong Pup. But we will gain 2 life, so we're not too bothered. Down to 18. Halana and Alena. Going to attack for 5. Oh, I should have, I got mixed up. I should have used Halana and Alena there. It is what it is. There's a lightning strike for that Halana and Alena. There's a Monastery Swift Spear. Sequencing opponent. Okay, there's a 5th land. We'll play out the Ascendant Packleader. And there we go. Oh, screw you, Mono Red. Screw you. Going first. 2, 3, 4. We don't mind that we don't have a turn 1 play, so we'll keep this. And in fact, we'll play out the Rockfall Vale on 1 so that we have access to dual mana. Okay, we have a decision here. We can either play the Outland Liberator or the Packsong Pup. I'm going to play the Packsong Pup. We could play the Outland Liberator to force our opponent to do something on turn 2. I'm going to play the Outland Liberator on 3. Just to see what they do. They impulse. Okay, this is a good sign. If we draw a land, this is a really good sign. Because we could play Halana and Alena. Are they just going to do nothing? They are not just going to do nothing. Let's punish them. Let's play Tovolar. See if they have it. They've got to have it. Esper Scatter. Fine. We'll attack for 4. See what they get. Make disappear be unfortunate. Slip out the back. Also fine. Looks like they're thinking about Fading Hope. Won't stop the day-night cycle. Didn't do much, did they? Let's play out the Halana and Alena. Try and use our mana as efficiently as possible at this point. Force them to have counter spells. Impulse, they are really looking for a counter spell here. This is good news for us. They might have it. They might already have it. Don't have Make Disappear. Don't have Essence Scatter. Otherwise, they would have played it. So they did eventually choose something. Don't think it was a counter. Could be Fading Hope. Gonna put it on the Frenzied Trapbreaker. This is where I would see a Fading Hope coming in. See what they want to do here. They do choose to block with the Insectile Aberration, so I'll gain 3 life. That's fine with me. Okay. Opponent still has... Ooh. Could play Tolarian Terror. There's a Haughty Djinn. Not surprised to see that. Alright, let's play out Karplusan Forest. Let's play the Reckless Stormseeker. It will be the flip side, which is the Storm Charge Slasher. So let me see if I can do this. No, it does have to be the other way around. Understandable. Have a nice day. I will make this huge. And I will give this +2/+0 and trample. The reason why I want to do this is because this has first strike. Opponent's on 10, so I am just going to attack with everyone. It did do it the way I wanted it to do it. Okay. Go first. Sick turn 2 play with the Packsong Pup. Into Reckless Stormseeker, into Halana and Alena. We also have Outland Liberator as a turn 2 play, depending on what our opponent does. So yeah, again, I'm going to play out the Rockfall Vale on 1, because we don't have a turn 1 play. Spira's Headquarters. Yeah, if this is a control deck, I want to get the day-night cycle going now. Gala Greeters, perfect. Not a land, but we do have access to Reckless Stormseeker. We'll give it self-haste. We'll attack for 5. Don't really know what I'm up against at this point. I now know what I'm up against. It will be a Bant life gain deck. Okay, perfect. We're going to give Outland Liberator counters. We're going to give Halana and Alena +1/+1 and haste. We're going to attack like that. Feeling pretty good at this point. Opponent's on 15. Has to block here. Chooses not to. Opponent could have Depopulate. If they do have Depopulate and we draw a land, we have access to Reckless Stormseeker and Packsong Pup. Owl the Dawn Sky, that's also a thing that exists. They go to 12, yeah, that's fine. Can't spend mana to draw cards. Good times, man, good times. Reckless Stormseeker, Ascendant Packleader. Yeah, I think this is the play. Give this haste. Do this. Now, because this has first strike, the owl can't block it. Down to 6. Still feeling really good at this point. Sarah Paragon will bring back Gala Greeters. That's not a problem. Yep. Again, no blocks. We'll go to 14. They can pay 3 mana to draw 3 cards. Just the one. Let's see. They're on 9. Let's play out the Packsong Pup. They could have Make Disappear. They do not. I'm going to play out the Packsong Pup. I'm going to give the Kessig Naturalist haste. I'm going to give Halana and Alena haste. I'm going to attack with everything. What could they have? 2 mana. They're on 9. Yeah. A Django. That's okay. We'll add red. And we still deal 9 damage to them. They have to block the Packsong Pup here with Sarah Paragon. Or they could die. Going first, it's not the greatest hand. It's slow against the faster decks, but we'll see what happens. Mono black, Evolve Sleeper, not a problem. Happy to try and punish this. What enchantments do they play? They play Reckoning Bankbuster, so I'm happy with the Outland Liberator. It also gets the day-night cycle started very quickly. Cut down, not unsurprised to see that. We'll play out Tovolar here with backup Tovolar just in case. Need to be a bit careful here. We know that the second form of Evolved Sleeper is a go for the throat, so we can't evolve it. That's good. As I was saying, the second form of Evolved Sleeper can have Death Touch. It's a tough one. Gonna play at Halana and Alena. It's a cut down target, but we do have a backup one. Shieldred would be a nightmare. Yeah, opponent's got some really good removal. And I reckon a Bankbuster. The good news is that our opponent's down to 2 cards. A land here would be great. We don't get it. But nonetheless, I will play out a Packsong Pup and a Kessig Naturalist. And pass the turn. Shieldred's not great. Opponent's digging. Already used a fair bit of mana at this point. I think our opponent could have got away with not doing that, but sure. Not going to block. Going to go to 11. Gracefully go to 11. I'm going to play out Tovolar. Going to attack with both the Packsong Pup and the Kessig Naturalist. We'll make red mana. It doesn't really matter. Oh, it might matter. Going to draw 2 cards, which is great. Reckless Stormseeker, nice. We'll play this out as well. End the turn. So even if our opponent does play, or I don't know, Invoke Despair or something like that, we still have 3 wolves, which is good news for us. And if they do play Invoke Despair, I will just sacrifice the Packsong Pup to gain 3 life. This is command. Wow. Brutal. Brutal, I say. They should hold it back. They do. Gonna play out the Reckless Stormseeker again. If I could just get rid of that Evolved Sleeper, that'd be great. Just gonna attack with it. Oh, they can corrupt the Bankbuster. That was a mistake. Oh, that's not my finest moment. That is not my finest moment. Suitably punished. Mono black is a menace. I could have won this game. Absolutely could have won this game. All I needed to do was be patient, and I just didn't have the patience. I'm going to choose not to attack here. I can kill off the Evolved Sleeper. And Halana and Alena has first strike. Invoke Despair. Sure. They should corrupt the Bankbuster with the Tenacious Underdog. I'm going to kill it. Okay, I'm just going to kill the Evolved Sleeper instead. Yeah, opponent has done a lot of good things, and we just haven't been able to keep up. I am dead. Yeah, let's do this. Oh no. I should have killed that. I should have killed the pilot. I was dead anyway. Alright, opponent going first. This is not a great hand. It would be nice to have a mix of red and green lands. I think opponent's taking the mulligan, so we're going to mulligan as well. This 6 is not much better. Opponent's kept a hand of 6. We'll keep a hand of 6. And send the mountain to the bottom. Opponent's playing Grixis. Blood Tithe Harvester. Cool. I will play out the Outland Liberator. Don't be surprised to see a Fable of the Mirror Breaker come down on turn 3. Go for the throat. Also, a perfectly acceptable target of Ire. Turn 3, a couple of options here. I think I'm just going to play out the Tovolar. Next turn, I have access to Outland Liberator plus Kessig Naturalist. If they play a Fable of the Mirror Breaker. They play another Blood Tithe Harvester instead. Don't be surprised to see Blood Tithe Harvester sacrificed here. Cool. I'm going to play the Outland Liberator and the Kessig Naturalist. Maybe force out something like a Make Disappear. Oh boy. Good news is that our opponent only has 2 cards in their hand. Bad news is it's Grixis. This is what Rending Flame's for. Going to choose not to block here. We'll take that and go to 14. We'll Rending Flame this now. Yeah, now we'll draw. Would have been nice to draw a land there, but beggars can't be choosers. Opponents dealt with a lot of our stuff, and vice versa. In any matchup, Naked Shieldred and just no answer to it can massively swing a game. How this card got through testing, I don't know. But it did. I'm going to let them do that. There's a Corpse Appraiser. Yep. Really good card. Really good card. Good news is that there's another Blood Tithe Harvester. What did they take over Blood Tithe Harvester? Must be really good. Yeah, my turn. There's another Packsong Pup. Could go Packsong Pup and Kessig Naturalist. Opponent at this point has only got 2 cards in hand, so I think that's what I'm going to do. Brotherhood's End just would be super unfortunate. I'm not going to do anything right now. Bear in mind, something they can do is next turn, if I play Halana and Alena, they can sack their Blood Tithe Harvester, assuming it doesn't attack this turn, to stop me from getting the buff. Yeah, no blocks. They must have a really good card in their hand. Fable works. So does a 1-mana spell like Cut Down. There's Reckless Stormseeker. Gonna stick the X+1/+1 counters on the Kessig Naturalist. And then attack for 4. We have outs. We'll end the turn. Don't really feel the need to crack the Outland Liberator just yet. Looks like they're attacking for 3. I'm not going to block. I'm going to happily go to 5. If they have burn, they have burn. I have to think about how to win. I can't think about how to not lose. And 5 is not a 0. Oh, they could have Invoke Despair. You know, that would be an absolute blowout. They're clearly thinking about something. They can't just pass the turn. Because if they pass the turn, Outland Liberator becomes Frenzy Trapbreaker. And yeah, Brotherhood's End. Not surprised to see that. We have 1 card in their hand. We have a Rending Flame for the Fable of the Mirror Breaker, which won't have haste. Feeling pretty good. Gonna put them to 7. What are they going to do at this point? Remember, Reflections of Kikijiki does have... That's an unfortunate draw. Reflections of Kikijiki does have Summoning Sickness, so they can't do anything this turn. Shieldred can kill. Another Invoke Despair means I'm just dead. I don't want to give anything they can have haste. It's not a spirit, so I can't deal 2 extra damage. With Rending Flame. Words are very hard. Down to 3. Hopefully they don't have a Shieldred. Hopefully they don't have another Invoke Despair. That would just kill me. Ah, that would be so devastating. Blood Tithe Harvester, that's okay. You create that token, sir. Gotta do it on their turn. So that they can't crew it, and if they have a Make Disappear, they have a Make Disappear. Oh, this is very tight. I don't think they have... because they could have Play with Fire, you know. I think I've got it. I think I've got it. Oh my god. Screw you, Grixis! Screw you! So I finished the session at 10 and 3, 77% win rate, 75% on the play, 80% on the draw. Really good against mono blue, 2-0. Really good against mono red, 2-0. Good against Grixis, 2-0, although the Grixis games were very tight, so I definitely feel that could go either way, and maybe not completely reflecting reality, let's say. Any changes I would make to this deck, it's quite tight, honestly. I thought, oh, is it really worth playing 2 Tail Swipe? I was thinking maybe we could play a Natural Moonrise or something like that to force the trigger. No, I think Tail Swipe's about right. And just because there's so many Hortigens and Shieldreds going around at the moment, Myrel as well, with Mono White Soldiers and Azuria Soldiers being around, this deals with Myrel really nicely. So yeah, the original configuration played 4 Arlinn and 1 Halana. I made the pre-recording choice to switch to 2 Arlinn, 3 Halana, and I will stand by that. Feel free to mess around with it, but I do believe that these two should add up to 5. Maybe even go down to 1 Arlinn, 4 Halana. Who knows? Who knows what the correct configuration is? But yeah, that's it from me. Once again, if you've gotten to the end of the video, thank you so much. It really helps support the channel. I will see you on Monday for more Magic the Gathering content. But in the meantime, take care of yourselves, stay safe, and don't do anything I wouldn't do. Bye-bye.